This section covers the companion animal training suite that Lantra have developed. So who are Lantra? Lantra is one of the leading awarding bodies for land-based and animal industries in both the UK and Ireland, developing quality training courses and nationally recognised qualifications delivered through a national network of training provider partners. We develop training and qualifications in a wide range of areas, from forestry and horticulture to animals and agriculture, and have now created training and qualifications in the companion animal sector. Lantra is accredited by the BSI to ISO 9001:2015. So what are the benefits of Lantra training? So we're nationally recognised but locally delivered, and that's because we have a network of approved training providers and instructors across the UK who deliver the training on our behalf. We offer basic training through to national qualifications, so this is initial training courses to improve knowledge and skills, all the way through to qualifications required to operate in industry, sometimes known as competence certificates. We use practical assessment to maximise skills so that we're assessing competence as well as knowledge. We have a specialist instructor network who go through a thorough approval process to ensure they meet the standards required to deliver, and then are standardised and quality assured on a regular basis. We have Ofqual accreditation, which enables us to offer Lantra qualification certificates. We also include the option to have a skills card for courses, which is great for people who want to be able to quickly demonstrate the courses and the qualifications they have achieved. And we're also recognised by SQA and Qualification Wales. So why Lantra developing courses in this area? As it stands, there are a variety of training courses available in this sector, which each offer different sets of standards and outcomes. Lantra have been approached by a number of organisations over the last couple of years to look at ways of bringing all of this together and creating national standards of training. In October 2018, DEFRA introduced the Licensing of Activities Involving Animals England regulations, and this repealed previous legislation governing dog breeding, selling and boarding, and performing animals in England. The legislation states suitable and sufficient training of people responsible for the care of animals must be demonstrated. Organisations falling under this legislation are required to have written training plans to identify knowledge gaps and plan continuous professional development so that they can continue to improve animal welfare. As training policies and CPD requirements are expanded to meet this need, Lantra has created courses to support the frameworks and enable staff to be able to demonstrate to inspectors that they are keeping up to date on training requirements. This will allow companies to demonstrate in their annual reviews planned continued professional development, how they've identified knowledge gaps, the courses they plan to use, and evidence of completed staff training through Lantra certification. Creating these courses not only takes the administrative burden away from companies, but also provides a robust, quality-assured course that Lantra takes responsibility for. So who have Lantra worked with? Over the last 24 months, the Lantra team have been working on veterinary courses such as the Level 4 Award in Suitably Qualified Person, Safe Use of Veterinary Medicines, and work-based diplomas in veterinary nursing, along with other courses in microchipping. The consistent take-out message during these developments was the need for more training to support key areas for pet professionals as the industry boomed. This resulted in us working with industry partners including Pet Industry Federation, VetPol, and Our Family Dog to identify which specific areas needed training to be developed and to provide appropriate support to those out there working in the sector. Changes to animal welfare legislation relating to training, education, and CPD requirements means that there is also a need for pet professionals to be able to demonstrate they meet the required qualification level, as well as evidence of training in CPD. Over the last 30 years, a significant level of research has been undertaken into understanding animal welfare, which is hugely beneficial to pet professionals, especially with pet ownership increasing during the last 12 months. There is a greater demand than ever for pet professionals, and it's crucial that those choosing to pursue a career in this field are competent, and most importantly, they're able to ensure the health and welfare of the animal. Lantra is also going through the RCVS approval process for the Level 3 work-based diploma in veterinary nursing and we plan to launch this exciting new qualification in the summer. So I just want to go briefly through the courses that are available. So with regard to getting a puppy, level 4 awarding suitably qualified persons and transportation of dogs for pet professionals, these will be covered by Justine, Caroline and Vicky shortly, so I'll not go into the details of these at this stage. The first one I'll briefly talk about is dog law. So the aim of this course is to inform both pet professionals and dog owners about their legal responsibilities for their dogs. Canine communication and behaviour. This is based on the ATI and CAB standards and looks to give an introduction to people on understanding communication signals, covering legislation and industry standards. The Level 3 award in perform microchip implantation in animals is essentially a license to practice qualification, and this is likely to be even more in demand now as it's becoming a requirement for cats. Canine health and welfare. It's been really great to see so much emphasis being placed on animal welfare recently, and this course looks to build on it by providing the essential knowledge of how to spot signs of ill health and the actions required if you see signs of this in a dog. Business set up for pet professionals. With pet ownership in the UK massively increasing during lockdown, there is going to be a requirement for more pet professionals as people go back to working life in the office. This course is aimed to assist people looking at starting a business in the area so that they know what is required to start a business and also the requirements toward the welfare of animals. Safe use of veterinary medicine was created to ensure that those working with veterinary medicines can store and safely use them in a correct manner. Canine First Aid. So the aim of this course is to ensure that people not only gain valuable skills in canine first aid, but also the confidence to deal in an emergency situation, as even basic dog first aid skills can make a huge difference to the dog. The course covers a broad range of topics with plenty of hands-on practical elements and is delivered by instructors trained from an established process which guarantees consistency and quality. This is particularly important for pet professionals who may have staff to train on a regular basis. Dog first aid is not a replacement for treatment by a veterinary professional. After any emergency, it is recommended that you seek the advice of your veterinary surgeon. Canine Anatomy and Physiology. This course is linked slightly to the Canine First Aid course, but goes more into the structure of the dog, how the structures work, and the internal processes of the dog. The key message of all of these courses is to try and improve animal welfare. This is the starting point for the development of courses, and we will be looking to work with industry further to create training solutions. Lantra is also in the final stages of the approval process with RCVS for the Level 3 work-based diploma in veterinary nursing, which we are aiming to offer to centres from September onwards, as well as the endpoint apprenticeship. Future plans. Lantra have made the first steps into this sector following discussions and requests from industry, and that's how we plan to continue working. The majority of the courses we have released are e-learning courses, and we're happy to continue with these types of developments, as well as potentially moving into online qualifications based on portfolios if the industry requires it. However, we also want to look to provide more face-to-face training courses and qualifications. And to do this, we will need to bring on new training providers and instructors, and this is another area that we would like your help. So if you do know anybody who is interested in becoming a Lantra training provider or an instructor in this area, please do inform them to contact me, and I'll be happy to talk through the process. Any other inquiries and developments are more than welcome, and we really do look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you. Any questions?